Hello and welcome to the Below Average Workshop. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try and get the SIM card into the Amflow PX. I've got a SIM card that comes with a bike, and I have a 60 gig data SIM as well. So the main reason I've got two is one came with it, but I've been seeing that these don't work at all, so I bought a backup. However, I've just seen today there is a guide online from Cookson Cycles to show you how to get this working. So I'm going to follow that guide, and then I'm going to let you know if this little bad boy that comes with it works. If you then need to sign up and pay something, I've not a bloody clue. I've not looked that far into it. I've not actually watched it yet. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to take the display unit out via these two screws here, and then we have got someone knocking around. We've got a little screwdriver that I believe helps you take out the SIM data tray in there, so we'll give this a go now. So first of all, then you've got to take out these two screws from the top. Now I believe these are super sensitive. I know they were on the first iteration of the display on the PLs. Also important to note, you need a 5mm Allen key, not the Allen key that actually comes with the bike setup. So I'm going to undo these now, and then have a look and explore inside and see just what's going on in here. So that's both screws out now. There is a little bit of thread lock on them, so it is a bit of a crack open. You just lift it up from the back, gently up, and out you come. There isn't much. Oh my god. That is my alarm for some reason. I don't know why it went off. But yeah, there isn't much slack on one of these cables here. So I'm going to have a look at why that is, and I'll come back to you. Yeah, so the cable that connects the display to the motor is quite short. You don't get a lot of playroom there. But what we're going to be looking at is these two little screws here. I'm going to take them out with that screwdriver that's provided, and then we'll mess around with this SIM. These are really small and will be super easy to lose. So I'm going to put them in the bag that the screwdriver came in. Luckily it is magnetic, the screwdriver, but I wouldn't do this while holding over that big gaping hole in the bike, because that will be a rattle that will be hard to get rid of. So that's both screws out. Place that down, and then yeah, just a nice gentle pull out. Then we've got a slot for a SIM there. So I'm just going to have a look at this sort of talk through run through, because I believe the data SIM that's provided needs to go in your phone first and registered before you do anything else and set your data on roaming and that. So I'll do that now, and we'll get it in the bike and see if that one works. Right, so I've got the SIM in my phone. I've got to turn on data roaming, and then go to network operators. Make sure that this is for the new friggin' dog. Select automatically, and then it said EE doesn't really work, so you need to set it to 3. 1. So you register it with 3, and then you go from there. So now you've just got to wait for it to register mobile data, become active, which it seems to be doing. Then apparently after you've done that, it can go in the bike and it will work. How it works, I don't know. Why it works, I don't know. Does it charge you? I don't know. But we're going to fit it in the bike in a minute and see if it actually works. Well, it's just come on and we have 4G, so I presume it's going to work. So let's get it in this fiddly little thing and see what happens. Right, so I've got it in there now, and as you can see up here now, it's showing that the bike has 4G. So I believe there's a next step now where I've got to rename something. then the bike should be connected. So as easy as that was, that would be quite difficult for some customers. And this thing here, this tray, freaking nightmare. I would have hoped that that would be something the dealers, the shops would help you set up when you got the bike, because that is a bit of a ball ache, I'll not lie. So let's do this next step and see what happens. So once you've done that, you need to go into your Avinox app, turn on it's indicated, it says SIM on it, but bike connectivity, make sure that's turned on. Go into configure APN settings, turn off auto and rename it, and then select IPv4, IPv6, and then that shouldn't be far off what we need. So I'm just going to do them steps now and we'll see how it goes. Right, we're in the Avinox app. So allow it to wake up. There we go, we are woke up. Right, so into bike connectivity SIM, that is on. Down at the bottom, configure APN settings, select that, remove auto, name it to whatever you want. IPv4 there we go, move that, save that, update successful. So that should be us on the bike shortly with it working, I believe, so we will see. And there you have it, we have connection. Only one problem though, I named it Big Daddy and you had to name it mobile in lowercase. That was my bad. But I'd like to give a massive shout out to Cookson Cycles in Manchester. I think it's absolutely fantastic that they've taken their time to go online and put that out there for everyone to see. Everyone who bought from them, plus everyone who can just search the internet and find it. I think that's really good of a deal of that, so that's fantastic. And it's even better to hear that this free SIM has just saved me 30 odd quid, because it has about 5 years worth of data package on it, which I think is mint. I don't know if that comes on the other bikes, let me know if it does. But yeah, that is the setup of a SIM that comes with the Amflow PX Pro. Pretty good.